Hello everyone, welcome to Cultural Issues. I'm Dr. Bodur and I'm making this video to give you a brief orientation to the course. But before I start talking more about the course, I just want to tell you that these videos will be used both in my sections and in Dr. and Gilpin's section. So this video and the other videos that you will see in the course websites will be for both Dr. and Gilpin's and my students. A little bit of information about myself. Again, I'm Dr. Bodur. I'm an associate professor of early childhood education in the Department of Teaching and Learning at Georgia Southern University. I teach cultural issues on a regular basis, and in addition to cultural issues, I teach some EDS courses. I supervise graduate student research. I teach undergraduate courses in the early childhood education program. I do some field supervision sometimes, and Dr. Bodur Gilpin is a full professor of early childhood education, and she teaches this class also on a regular basis. And in addition to this, she teaches some EDS and doctoral courses. Again, the point of this video is to give you a brief orientation and welcome all of you to the course. Let me say the welcome first. Welcome to class. And let me talk about the order of what we are going to study in this class. We are going to look at well, as the name suggests, the course is about some cultural issues in the United States and in American classrooms. The way we are going to study everything in this class is that first we are going to study with the concept of culture, and we are going to look at this concept from the school classroom point of view, from your point of view. You're going to look at your own culture, you're going to examine yourself, and from there we are going to move on to a larger picture, and we're going to talk about the American culture. And after the American culture, we are going to move on to issues and education of immigrants in the United States. And from there we are going to talk about multicultural education and culturally responsive pedagogy. That will be our fourth unit, let's say. And at the very end, we are going to look at English language learners and issues that relate to English language learners. We are going to study a specific approach to teaching English language learners, and this approach is called SIOP, S-I-O-P, which stands for Sheltered Instruction Observation Protocol. By the end of the class, hopefully you're going to get a good sense of all these 5 units that I have mentioned. Let me say a few things about the assignments in this class. There will be weekly activities, and you will be informed about them in the syllabus and in module specific videos. But we have 3 major assignments because this is a short-term class. It's a summer class, so we try to keep the assignment load as manageable as possible for you guys. Of these 3 assignments, the first one is a cultural autobiography, and this is something you will do in the first week of our class. And I won't go too much into detail about these assignments because I will talk about these in detail in the module specific videos, but this is an examination of yourself from a cultural standpoint. The second assignment is an immigrant interview assignment, and as the name suggests, you are going to interview a multilingual immigrant and learn about their cultural experiences, their experiences related to learning and using English in the United States. One key aspect of this assignment is that this is what we call a key assessment. It's a key assessment in the ESOL program, and if an assignment is a key assessment, you have to make a passing grade. And what it means is that even if you make a passing grade on everything else and not on this given assignment, immigrant interview, you cannot pass the class. So this is probably the most important assignment in the class. And the third major assignment is a content adaptation, and what this assignment involves is that we will give you a 1-page text, a social studies text at the elementary level, and you are going to take this 1-page text, social studies text, and reformat it, rewrite it, and make it more accessible for English language learners. You will simplify the language, etc., etc. Now in this class we are going to follow a module format. What I mean by that is that we are going to have modules for each unit. We have 5 weeks and we have 5 learning modules. So each week there will be a new module. Now these modules are designed so that everything is as predictable and as clear as possible to you. Each learning module will have an overview page which will describe the goals and objectives of the module. It will list all the resources and all the readings that you have to complete. It will the overview page will have a description of the assignments that you have to complete, and we will give you step-by-step instructions. In fact, there will be a list of steps that you have to take to complete the given module successfully. So when you read the overview page of a module, you will have a very clear sense of what you have to do to complete a given module. Now the timeline of these modules is that because again we have 5 weeks and we have 5 modules, a new module will start on a Monday. Every module starts on a Monday, and then it will end the Sunday of that week. So a given module goes from Monday to Sunday. So you have a full week to complete the module specific activities, and the following Monday starts the new module. For example, this coming Monday we are going to start module 1, and Sunday we are going to finish that module, and the following Monday we are going to start module 2. Therefore, by that Monday we will have finished everything related to module 1. Now, in the interest of time, although the new module will start on a Monday, we are going to make those modules available to you starting Friday so that you can start the readings and etc. But the actual activities will start on Monday, but the modules will be available to you. Now, this is an online class, and we are aware of challenges that come with an online class. We are aware that we cannot communicate with you face to face. So our main means of communication will be through online discussion forums. We are going to have discussion forums in every module, and we are going to have some case study analyses. So you're going to be discussing issues that we read about in class and we talk about through the videos, and you will be looking at some case studies, and you will be responding to case studies and each other, etc. Now, these discussions will be found on the Folio website. We are going to have the discussion prompts given to you, so you just have to respond to our prompt by a certain time. By Thursday of the module, you're going to respond to our prompt, and by Sunday you're going to respond to your peers, your classmates. The case studies are located on our website, outside the course website. It's on teacherserver.com. This is a website that I created with a friend of mine from a different university, and there are a whole bunch of cases on different things on this website. And most of the cases that we are going to analyze, we are going to talk about in our class. I wrote a good bunch of them, and they really relate to our course content. So when we assign a case study to you, the case studies will have some good relevance to whatever we are studying in the class. The discussions and the case studies will be our weekly activities, and then those 3 major assignments. So that should give you a sense of what the assignment load will be like. We are going to use 2 textbooks in our class. The first one is written by Joel Spring, and it's The Intersection of Cultures. And this is like any other multicultural education textbook. Of course, we picked this for a reason, and one of the reasons is that Joel Spring talks about his experiences, teaching experiences in college classrooms discussing multicultural issues, and that comes in very handy, and it's a really easy read type of, almost a conversational style of writing, and it's really enjoyable for the reader. And the other reason is that Joel Spring talks about the standard things that you will see in other textbooks. He also talks about globalization and global economy, and these are becoming important and more important in multicultural platforms. But that we now better realize that multicultural skills and related interpersonal skills are good in a given context, but these are also important in the global context, being able to communicate with people in other places, not only in the United States. So Joel Spring does a good job with that, and I think you will enjoy the book. The content is very good also. He really analyzes the American culture, he really analyzes the immigrant issues, etc. The second book is The Inner World of the Immigrant Child by Christina Igoa. This is kind of an old book. This was written in 1995, but the content is really applicable to today and today's teachers. And what the book describes is a certain approach that Christina Igoa used when she was a doctoral student, I believe. And she was working with immigrant children. And she describes her experiences working with immigrant children, and she describes how she used film strips. She had students use film strips to explain their experiences, their issues. Sometimes students will not communicate. You know, immigrant children go through different stages. One of those stages is silent stage. You cannot really get much from children, but she was able to learn a lot about children using these film strips. And she does a very good job explaining this given approach. And then one other approach she talks about is a CAP, cultural, academic, and psychological intervention approach, and that explains really well how immigrant children need all three types of interventions: cultural, academic, and psychological. I think you will find the book very applicable to you and very informative. So those are the two books that we will be using. Other than these two books, there will be some supplemental readings, but we will make them available to you on the website. You don't have to go anywhere. You have to simply click the link that we have on the website, and then you will be able to view those readings. Now, one important thing that I should tell you is that this is a summer class. It's a short-term class. You will realize that the time will really fly. You know, you will blink and we'll be at the end of our class. The important implication of this is that because it's a short-term class, the workload is a little more intense than your usual fall or spring classes. Therefore, you really have to start working on everything from day one and not stay behind with your readings, with your assignments. Make sure that you do your work every single day so that you're not behind. Because if you are behind, if you lag behind, you're going to have a hard time catching up. So that's a really important information. That's really important warning, I guess, to make sure that all of you successfully complete the class. Make sure that you start from day one, do your assignments, do your discussions, case studies, etc., and then you should have no problems. Now, when we design the class, we try to make everything as predictable and as clear as possible. But you know, we are the instructors, you are the students, so you are better judges of the clarity and clarity of the course websites. Now, if anything is confusing, if anything is not clear to you on the course website, we are going to have a discussion forum on the main page that will run throughout the course called Ask the Instructor. This forum will allow you to ask us questions, course-related, course-specific questions. If there is anything that's not clear to you, go and post it on that Ask the Instructor forum, and we are going to respond to those questions as quickly as possible. Now, these questions should be about the course. If you have a question that relates to you only, to a single person, and may not interest everybody else in the course, then you don't want to ask those questions on Ask the Instructor forum. You would want to email those questions to the instructor, and we will respond to you through email. And when you email, please use the folio email, not Georgia Southern, because we like to keep everything in the course environment. So this Ask the Instructor forum is open all the time, and we check it daily. So when you ask a question, you are going to get a response very quickly. Let's see. This is all I can think of right now. It's really exciting that we are starting a new semester. This is a very interesting, very informative course We are looking forward to working with you, and I'm hoping that all of you will have a wonderful, wonderful summer semester. So I will be talking to you guys very soon on the module 1 video. Again, there will be a video for every single module, so I will be talking to you guys a lot. So this is all I can think of right now. I wish all of you the best of luck in summer term. Goodbye for now.